Hi, guys. Welcome to the Sunday Talks program. I am Marlene. I am the content creator for Living Your Best Life. And I welcome everybody to the program. I hope everybody's doing well. They're ready to get encouraged and motivated. And today's topic is everything is going to be okay. So I'm going to start off by playing the best life crew affirmation, guys. Like and comment.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the Sunday Talks show. I'm Marlene. I am your host for this channel of Living Your Best Life, and it's the Sunday Talks. And I am so excited to share this topic with you of everything is going to be all right. I'm going to see if there's anybody in the audience that I need to welcome. I don't see anybody in the audience so far, but I'm going to get started with the topic. So today's topic is everything is going to be okay. And I know so many times in this life, in the challenges that we face. Hey, Mr. Wise, how are you doing? Welcome to the Sunday Talks program. I hope you're doing well. So sometimes, guys, in life, we are going through so many difficulties. We're struggling. We You may be going through a time of depression. You may be dealing with feelings of loneliness. You may be sad. You're dealing with financial difficulties. You're doing pretty good. I'm so glad to hear that, Mr. Wise. Um, you may be going through a lot of things. I think during these times, there isn't anybody who isn't going through something. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? We're dealing with the financial problems. We're dealing with our family members, a job, not having a job, the job being too much stress, children, family problems and responsibilities, our own health. So, a lot of things can happen to us in life that can make us feel a little bit down. And that's okay. It's okay to feel down. But the most important part is to talk about it and have this discussion because I think it's very important for a lot of people to get this lesson. So, what can help a person to be okay? Now, the first thing is your outlook. So, what is your outlook? Outlook is the way that you perceive things to be. Your outlook can be positive and your outlook can be negative. So that's the first thing that can help you to be okay, your outlook. So, what kind of outlook do you have? Do you have a positive outlook? Do you have a negative outlook? Any outlook that you have, it's fine because the most important thing is that you look at your circumstances and you evaluate and you improve your life. Because isn't that what we all want? We all want to improve our life, improve the quality of our life, and just be happier. I know that's what I want in life. I just want to be a happier person. And one way that you can do that is by looking at your outlook. I know a lot of times in life we can just focus so much on our problems. Our problems can overwhelm us. The bills are coming. I may not be having enough money to pay for my bills. Your family members getting on your nerves. Or you just may want to see certain people and you can't because of what's going on in the world today. All of those things can give us all kinds of problems and difficulties and make us feel some type of way. Hey, Ferns, how you doing? Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing well. It can make you feel some type of way, guys, right? when you're going through difficulties in life. You just may feel overwhelmed and you wonder how you're going to keep going. You know, you wonder how you're going to keep going, but you can. So the first thing is to keep your outlook positive. Try to focus in on some of the good things that are happening to you in your life. That can be one of the first things that can help you. The second thing that can help you to be okay is your attitude. You're doing well. Oh, and me? Yes, I'm doing very good. Thank you, Burns. Thank you for joining the stream. The second thing that we can do is a positive attitude. That's one of the things that no matter what is going on in your life, you are in control of that. You may not be in control of what's going on in your finances, what other people are doing, what's going on with the job, your family members, all those things. There are just some things we cannot control. And I know that that's hard. That's hard for me. Yes, I feel like that. And then I stop, meditate, and rethink the situation in a positive light. Hey, silly mommy. How are you doing, honey? Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday to you. Yes, yeah, I agree with you, Verns. We have to stop and meditate and rethink the situation in a positive light. And that's why it's so important for us to have a positive attitude. And I know what you're thinking, guys. How can you have a positive attitude when you're going through situations, when you're going through difficulties? It's kind of hard to focus or shift your light and your thinking. You know, it's hard to shift your thinking when you are in a negative situation or you're going through a negative situation. How do you change your attitude to be a positive one? Well, I always say it's the things that you believe about yourself that can help you to have a positive attitude. What you believe about yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. Do you think of yourself in a positive light? Let's see what silly mommy is saying here. She says, "Wow, I'm talking about that with my daughter now about overthinking." Yeah, I think a lot of people are going through that right now, silly mommy. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, silly mommy. You recently lost your hubby and you keep replaying all those days I was in the hospital with him. I'm very sorry. You do have my condolences. Sorry for your loss. So you're going through a difficult time period. I just am expressing my condolences to you and your family, and I hope continued healing and blessings to be with you and your family. So, guys, you know that attitude part. The attitude part, it can take us so far in life. When we're going through so many things, I feel like so much times that we get bombarded. We get bombarded by the the news, what's going on in our city, in our life, in our family. Everything keeps hitting at us all the time. And we're going through so many things. It's so much pain. And like silly mommy just said, she said, "Thank you so much. It hurts so much." I can only imagine. I'm not walking in your shoes, and I can't express how you feel, but I can only imagine what you're going through right now. You did too, Verns? You lost your husband a few years back. I'm so sorry. My condolences are with you as well, Verns. I didn't know that. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yes, it does hurt. And please reach out if you would like to talk. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, guys. I know grief is one thing that so many people are struggling with right now during these times. People are dealing with grief from a family member or a friend. I recently have had about a year ago, May of 2020, my brother passed away. He had a massive stroke. And it was just like I talked to him the day before on a Saturday, and on the Sunday, he had a stroke and he was gone. So it shows how life is so short and that things can just happen just like that. The blink of an eye, your whole life can change. Coming on live streams is helping me, and I'm going to go to grieving counseling soon. Wow. Well, you can always reach out to me, Silly Mommy. I have my email, my Instagram. They're all on my homepage if you want to reach out to me as well and talk. It can always be confidential. Yes, let me remove this. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Silly Mommy. I remember you lost a family member living your best life. My condolences to you also. But thank you so much, Ferns. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, yeah, guys, so many people are struggling with grief right now. And I know sometimes you may feel so overwhelmed in it. You know, you feel bombarded with your emotions or your feelings, or sometimes you just may be in that period of shock. I don't know about you guys, but I had so long where the only emotion that I had was shock. Like, is this really my life? Has this really happened to me? Like, it feels unbelievable. Like, is it even real? It feels like you're in a nightmare. I don't know if anybody has experienced that, like I have, feeling like you're in a nightmare and one day you're just going to wake up from it and everything is going to go back to normal. But yeah. But one thing that can help you guys, to be okay, it's really what we tell ourselves. And I think sometimes that we kind of self-sabotage ourselves. We kind of work ourselves up or make ourselves think that things are worse than it really is. I try to keep my mental, oh, I removed it. I try to keep my mental health in check. It's very important to keep your mental health in check. Yes, Silly Mommy, that is so true. It's so true. And I think that is so important. It's one of the points that I had here is check up on your own self. And I know sometimes that we may not always have people in our lives that check up on us like they need to, especially during these times. I think everybody's kind of dealing with their own emotions and their own feelings, and they just feel pain and hurt and struggling and difficulty, and you just want to stay in that. But take a check of your own emotional health, and if you're not okay, it's okay to not be okay sometimes, but you do have to tell yourself that everything is going to be okay and that you're going to get through it. This is what Fern says. Well, I don't know why it keeps taking it off the screen. Okay. Yes, the sky and the world looked so different when my husband died. Nothing looked right, and I was sad. People were happy. I just remember thinking the world did not stop. Wow, Ferns. It's unbelievable. I have never lost a husband, but I have lost both of my parents. I've lost my brother. I've also lost an aunt, and I have also miscarried a child. So I know those kinds of pains, but I don't know the pain of losing a spouse. And I just want to encourage anybody who's watching this now and anybody who's watching in the replay, it's going to be okay. And sometimes you have to tell yourself that until you believe it. Everything is going to be okay. Things are going to fall into place, even though it may not seem like that right now. Everything is working according to a plan. There's some things that is higher than us. Some things you just don't understand why it happens to us, but it will be okay. Uh, I think I just read that one. Yes, my hubby walked out the door and didn't come back. Our last conversation face to face, I keep in my memories. Yes, that's so important, silly mommy. Keep your memories alive. That is yeah. I cling to that, guys. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. Holding the memories of loved ones. That's something that nobody can take away. Yes, I say that a lot. It's okay to not be okay. Yeah, and you have to have those times, silly mommy, where you tell yourself that it's okay to not be okay, but just for a little while, because you're going through a grieving period and you need to deal with all of those 5 stages of grief, the pain, the hurt, the anger, the loss, all of those things. It takes time. It takes time. But just know that eventually everything is going to be okay and things are going to fall into place for you. This is what Vern says. Oh no, living your best life, losing a child is very sad. Yes, Burns, is something I don't really talk about. I don't talk about it a lot because it's very, yeah, I can't even really say many words right now. Just talking about it, just saying it, sometimes it's just acknowledging it to myself. And it's very hurtful. Something that you can never really cope. You never really get over it. You just learn to live with your new normal. I think that's what I would say. This is your new normal, and you just have to go on. Hey, AKA James. Welcome to the Sunday Talks program. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all right and your family is okay. And thanks for being here. And thank you, Burns. And Silly Mommy says, for me, it feels like my family is not really there like they should. They are looking for a handout. Even my hubby supposed to be friends. Wow. And I do feel that way. I think that was my number 16, my 16th point. I wrote down that sometimes that we feel like we're not going to be okay because we are expecting other people to be there for us. And it does say that in the Bible. The Bible even mentions that sometimes the expectation postponed. We're looking and expecting people to be there for us. We're expecting people to be there to support us and to love us and to fill in what we don't have at the time. And sometimes people disappoint us, and it's not sometimes because they don't care, but sometimes that it just angers you, and you may need to express that to the person and tell them, right now I need some support. I need you to check on me, and tell them exactly what you need. Be specific in that, because I know that was an issue and a problem for me. I expected family members and my friends to do things for me when I've been going through my issues and my grieving processes, but I didn't tell them what I needed. So tell people what you need. Be verbal. Be specific. I need you to call me every day. I need you to X, Y, and Z. Yeah. So we have to speak up for ourselves and tell people what we really do need. So mommy says, yes, we have 5 kids to get together. Wow. Wow. So now you're a single parent. You're a single parent now. I can't imagine that, silly mommy. I am just, I'm here for you. You can reach out to me and we can talk. I think it's so important to have discussions like this, because I always say that you never know what somebody is going through. You never know what somebody is going through. Vern says, I had a miscarriage at 4 months, but I still consider it a child I lost. Yeah, that's what mine was, Vern's. Mine was a miscarriage. I miscarried at 3 months. So, yeah. Yes, indeed. I had family members ask me for money during the preparation of the funeral services. So sad. Oh, wow, Verns. In my situation, everything was okay when my dad passed away, because my dad passed away first from cancer. And then after that, 7 months later, my mom passed away. That's when I felt like the bottom in my life fell out, you know. It was just like, oh my God, my dad is gone. And then, like, before I could even really cope with it, 7 months after that, my mom passed away. Yeah. And before my dad had passed away, that's when I miscarried a child. So it was like boom, boom, boom. Like, I lost a child, then I lost my father, then I lost my mother. And after that, I just felt like I was done with my life, honestly, to be honest with you guys. I had 4 small children at the time of my husband's death. Wow, Verns, four small children. That is a lot. So the mommy says, I was with my hubby for 14 years and married for 8. Yeah, you guys went through a lot of things, having children and losing a spouse. Wow, that's hard. That's a difficult situation. And I know how that feels when you're going through things, and then all people are doing during that grieving time is asking you for money. It's like, do you not understand the loss that I'm having right now? I think sometimes people are only focused in on themselves, and I think that that's a major problem. So, where did I leave off? Okay, what can help you to be okay? Number 4, what we listen to. I think that that is so important. We were talking about the first 3 points is your outlook, a positive attitude. Third one was what we tell ourselves. And number 4 is what we listen to. So that's why it's so important to not bring in that toxic energy into our lives. The things that people say that can be negative, things that people will be saying about you, because I had that a lot, the backbiting. People started telling me things that I guess they wanted to tell me after my parents died, after my child miscarried. Just saying the meanest and the nastiest and the most hurtful things. It's like you're going through a grieving process already. And then it was just like, I just felt like I was being slapped and kicked and talked about behind my back. It just feels like a stabbing in your heart. So that's why it's important about what we listen to. We have to kind of filter what we allow to come into our head space, our mind space, and into our spiritual routine and our spiritual thoughts. We have to remember that we're in control of that. You only can allow certain things to register to come into your spirit and your mind. It's so important to do that. That's why it's important to have positive and encouraging people that we can reach out to. And that's why it's important what we watch on TV. Is it encouraging? Who we look at on social media, are they encouraging? Are they making us feel bad? Are they making us feel like we don't have enough? That's so important, guys. It's a whole nother topic, but I do believe in being careful about social media. We have to remember that everybody has different situations and circumstances. So a lot of people only are showing you the positive reel of their life. They're not showing you all of the hard times and the difficulties that they're going through. So don't try to be jealous of other people or try to live up to the standards of other people. You have to live in your own lane and you have to be your own self, because nobody can be you but you. You have to know your circumstances, and that's why it's so important about what you listen to, what you bring into, what are you watching on social media, what are you being encouraged by. That all of those can come into helping you to know that everything is going to be okay. The silly mommy is asking Verns, how did you carry on? And another thing, guys, is this is so important. I found that when I was going through my difficulty, even right now, during these social distancing, during this pandemic, during financial crisis, it's important to laugh. Laughter really is medicine for your soul. So try, if you can, to laugh and to try to not let everything overwhelm you and make you feel so like stuck and feel like you're in a box and that nothing can help you, because that's not true. We have to really feed our mind with positive thoughts. With God, I know He will provide. Yes, silly mommy, He always does. He always does provide for us. Yeah. I lost one pregnancy at 4 months and one at 6. Wow. Wow, silly mommy. That's a lot. Sorry, not 6, but 5 months. Wow. Oh, silly mommy, that is a lot. And I am really sorry for your loss. But that's why it's important to have these type of discussions and these type of topics, because I always say, when you're in your feelings, when you're going through your difficulties and your struggles in your life, you just feel like your situation is the only situation, and it's not true. There are so many people who are going through struggles. Okay, I'll say it again. There are so many people going through struggles and difficulties and hard times. And that's why it's important to reach out, to listen to other people, to be encouraged by one another. And that's why I use my platform here on Living Your Best Life to uplift not only women or men and children, but to use my situation to encourage you and let you know I have gone through struggles, and no matter what it is that you're going through, you can get through it as well. Burns is saying, I had to dig deep. I had no choice but to depend on my faith and know that what does not kill me makes me stronger, and I had to be there for my babies. I was all they had left. Wow. That's so true, Burns. I always said that you never know how strong you are until you go through the situation. Oh my goodness. I do believe that. And I encourage you, Burns. You're an inspiration. Oh, thank you, silly mommy. That's so sweet of you. I just threw this on, trying to make myself feel good. I feel like that's really important for me. I can't speak for other people. For me, when I feel like I look good, I feel good. That's just my perspective. When I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "You're looking good today, girl," that kind of boosts me and makes me feel a little better. And loving your beads. I'm going to start making my own jewelry. I was really good at that. Yeah, one of my friends, she actually made this for me. Yeah, I don't know how she did it, but it kind of, if you guys can see, it has like something like it's something inside of this glass thing, and it has like gold and brown inside. So my friend made it for me. Oh, Varnes, thank you so much for my super sticker. I appreciate that. This is why I did reach out and I am going to revamp my YouTube channel. That's awesome, silly mommy. You can do it. Keep yourself encouraged. You can do it. Yes, and thank you for my super sticker, Burns. I appreciate that. That's sweet of you. And yes, I feel the same. I am going to get myself together. You are correct. The way you look is the way you feel. Yeah, that was definitely, it's one of my points that I had here. It's my number 13 point is to practice self-care. And I think that's something that when you're going through your difficulties and your struggles, I think sometimes that we kind of neglect ourselves. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I feel like I need to say that, and it's supposed to hit somebody. But don't neglect yourself in your struggle. Don't neglect taking care of yourself and practicing self-care and self-love. Spend some time fixing yourself up and do your hair and your nails and jewelry if that's something you want to do. If you don't do your makeup and your hair and different things, but do something that you enjoy that makes you feel good. That will go a long way to your emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical health. Oh, thank you, Verns. Yes, YouTube can teach you a lot, silly mommy. I agree with that. I also reach out to some of my old good friends as well. Yes, reaching out is so important. That is very pretty. Oh, thank you, silly mommy. I am here if you have questions or you need help on YouTube stuff, silly mommy. That's very nice, Ferns. Yes, guys. So another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is, after I just talked about laughter, how important it is to laugh, and take up a hobby. This is number 7. Take up a hobby. That's something that I think during this pandemic that we're going through, start practicing a hobby. Do something that you enjoy. Like silly mommy says that she used to be really good at jewelry making. Being shut in, sometimes we have to relearn a new norm. We have to have a new norm, a new standard of coping with our life. So in that, don't leave out doing something you enjoy. What kind of hobby do you like? What is something you like to do? What brings you joy? What makes you happy? Do that, practice that. You can't shut that part out of your life. All of that comes into the balance of your life, helping you to cope with your new normal in your life. And I think a lot of times when we don't do that, when we sacrifice for other people, for our family members, for our friends, but are we making some sacrifices for ourselves to do something for us, something that we enjoy? That's important. And number 8 is spend some time meditating. I believe in meditation. It's so important. And I do a combination of meditation and prayer. And that was another one of my points. Number 11 is prayer, but I'm just going to talk about meditation right now. So in the meditation time, it's important to take some time. It doesn't have to be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It could just be a few minutes that you just spend time just in your own thoughts. It's the time where you can just sit and be still, taking a deep breath, just reminding yourself of your worth and how much value you have. That is so vital. You have value. And that's so important to remind yourself of that, especially during these times when you don't feel like you're going to be okay. You don't feel like everything is all right. You need to remind yourself, I have value. I am important. I am special. You do. You matter. You have value and you're very important. And if nobody has told you that today, I am telling you, you have value. So remind yourself of your value and spend some time meditating on yourself. You have to remind yourself sometimes that you love yourself. Remind yourself of that. I love me and everything is going to be okay. Tell yourself that. And if you have to tell yourself that 30, 40, 50 times a day, I have value. I am important. I am special. Everything is going to be okay. I'm going to get through this. This too shall pass. That kind of encourages your mind also. Yes, you have to call on the Lord. And that's another thing. That's my number 11 point is prayer. And I know a lot of times people will think that you just have to have your hands grasped together and close your eyes, but you can pray in your heart. And you can say, God, this is too much for me. I'm going through a lot of things. I'm going through difficulties. I'm going through a struggle. I can't handle this. This is too much for me. I need you to take this from me. I need you to help me to carry this burden. So do it, guys. Believe it. Have full faith in that whatever you ask, it shall be given to you. But we have to remember sometimes we got to ask in prayer. We have to ask people, I need help. I need some encouragement. Can you reach out to me? Can you send me a text message, an email, a letter, a card? Ask and you shall be given. I couldn't believe that my faith was weary because the devil brought confusion my way when my hubby was in the hospital. At the end of the day, it should have just been my hubby and I. Yeah. Sometimes those things happen. Sometimes we go through things and situations and we really don't understand why it is that we're going through what we're going through. But some things are a test of faith. Some things is to show how strong your faith is. Some things is to teach you a lesson. Some things is to motivate you. Some things is for you to tap into your own power, for you to understand that you can make it, to give yourself strength, to learn patience. There's something always to be learned in our difficulties and our struggles. We can always learn. We're always learning. Yes, guys. So number 8 is to spend some time meditating. Meditate in your quiet time. Number 9 is to practice gratitude. Do you hear me, guys? Practice gratitude. Okay? And that will help you to be okay. A lot of times we're just looking at this is happening to me and this is happening to me and I don't have money and this person did this to me. We're bombarded by so many things, so many things we're facing, the money issue, a job, lack of a job, or the job is stressing us out too much. Our kids are driving us crazy. Family members are disappointing us, or we're lonely, or we miss hanging out with family members. So it could be a combination of so many factors that can affect us, So that's why it's so important to focus in on gratitude. We have to narrow our outlook. Don't look at everything that's happening. Focus your attention in on the things that is going right in your life. How is your health? If you're having good health at the moment, think about that. I'm so grateful for my health today. I thank you for my health. And think about that and meditate on that. My health is good. My children are healthy. I have a roof. I'm not outdoors. I have food to eat. Think about the things that you have, that I'm doing so much better today than I was doing a year ago, 3 months ago. Focus in on that. When you have gratitude for what you have and not focusing your thoughts and your energy on what you don't have and the disappointments, that's when you start to feel down and distraught. So kind of remind yourself of what you do have, and that will encourage your mind. That will encourage your spirit. That will make you feel strong in all aspects of your life. Yes, that's what I have been for the couple of days. I created a personal Facebook to reach out to my old inner circle so they can keep in touch with me so that I can do the same with them. That's very good, silly mommy. It's so important to have someone that understands you, because no matter what it is that you're going through, we all need somebody that understands us, that kind of humanizes our situation. Because I think that's sometimes why we feel so bombarded in our situation, is because we feel that nobody understands us. We feel nobody understands us. Nobody cares. But I'll tell you guys that is exactly where the devil wants us to be. The devil wants us to be down. Says, good, you're feeling down. Good, you're feeling disappointed. Good, good, good. You feel like nobody cares about you. Good, I love it. He's very happy in that. Don't give him that kind of shine. Don't give him that kind of outlook. No, tell him get away. Rebuke him. Rebuke that devil. Tell him to get behind you. There is no place for him here, because in my space, this is what I tell myself, in my space, in my thoughts, in my spirit, positivity lives here. Positivity lives in my space. Positivity lives in my outlook, in my being. I draw positivity and positive people to me. Keep telling yourself that until you believe it. Yes, meditation is the key. Exactly. I have been out of work for 4 months, but God is my provider and my strength. And won't He do it? I'm telling you, Verns, I had a time period where I wasn't working for almost 8 months. But ask me if I was ever hungry one day. There was always a meal that was provided. Somebody who dropped off a meal, somebody who gave me a $20, a $5, a something. But I was always sustained. And that's one of the things that I look back in my meditation, in my gratitude moments, when I said, if you got me through that time when I was struggling and it was more difficult than my time period right now, there's no way that God won't sustain me. He is a sustainer of your life, of your spirit, of your mind. But you have to tap into that. You have to trust in that. You have to have faith in that. He is a sustainer. He is a provider. He is a strengthener. He is a God of justice. He can be anything that he wants to be, anything that he needs to be to accomplish his will. Okay? And you have to remind yourself of that. So another thing, yes, thanks guys for all your comments. I appreciate all the comments. Number 10 is talking to someone you trust. Listen, when you're going through those difficult times, you have to have the times where you talk to somebody you trust, not just talking to anybody, people who are negative. No, 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 no. Talking to someone that you trust, someone who has a track record of being there for you, a person who supports you, a person who loves you, who always encourages you, makes you feel good about yourself, that lets you know that you have value and you matter. Those are the ones that you talk to, not the people who were trying to stab you behind your back. No, no, no. Don't share everything with everybody. I say that all the time. You cannot share all your thoughts and your feelings with everybody, because everybody does not mean the best for you. Everybody doesn't want you to succeed. People will just say things to you because they want to see a reaction. They want to see you hurt. Some people really are a sadist. They want to see you on your decline instead of your incline. But try to search for people who are the incline, the motivating people, the people who are trying to boost you, trying to lift you up, that always tell you good things. Those are the people that you need at those moments when your spirit is low, when you're feeling low, when you're feeling discouraged. Reach out to those people. Talk to them. You have to release what's going on your inside for your outside to show up, for your spirit to feel good, for you to be able to feel free and uplifted and encouraged. I think a lot of times that we try to carry so much, we try to carry so many burdens, we try to be there for everybody but us. Come on, this message is for somebody. We try to be there for everybody but us. And sometimes we need to take some time and say, I need to focus some time on me, focus some time on Marlene, focus some time on Burns, focus sometimes on Silly Mommy. Anybody who is in the replay, focus some time on you. Don't take that away. A lot of times we're trying to cope with life and pay bills and do this and do that, but you need to slow down sometimes and say, I need some time for me so that I can refuel and renew my spirit, renew my strength, renew my outlook. Keep encouraged in that. Girl, now I see clearly who is there for me and who is not there for me. Yes, I will say that. That is one of the truest statements, Silly Mommy. I used to think all the time, and I think a lot of times we put so much expectation. We put so much expectation from family members. We expect so much. And I think sometimes maybe we expect too much. Maybe not, but maybe sometimes we expect people to do things for us. And I had to take a moment and pause on that when I was going through my grieving period. We kind of expect people to be there for us. But when I looked back on the track record, did you have that relationship with them before? Were they there for you before? And then when I meditated on that, I said, no, they were never really there for me. They were only there to talk about other people, to gossip, to do everything but to feed my spirit, to bolster me, to make me feel optimistic and strong, to strengthen my mind, to make me feel unstoppable. Those are the people that you need in your life. You know, there's a lot of times we put so much on family, but we have to realize that not everybody who smiles in our face is our friend. And that includes family members. They don't always want the best for you. They want to see you fail so that they can smile and say, look at them, they're failing. So that they can go and tell somebody else, say, look, I told you she was going to fail. Look, I told you, look, she's down. You know, sometimes that's a hurtful thing, but it is the reality. Not everybody is there for us the way that we want them to be there for us, but it's okay because it's revealed who really loves you. It's revealed. Sometimes God teaches us a lesson on who we need to lean on, that we need to be leaning on him for support instead of putting our support and all of our aspirations and dreams in other people. We have to learn to trust in God more, trust him fully, roll our way upon the Lord. We have to roll upon him, give it all to him, because sometimes we're at zero. There is nothing more that we can do and give, and we need him 100%. You hear me? We need him 100% because there's nothing more that we can do and give because we're empty inside. It's okay. And during those times, trust in him. Trust in people who are there that support us. That's when you'll know who really loves you and cares about you. Yes, that's true. You cannot share all your goals and dreams with everyone. Listen, there's so many things that's happened to me in the past 4 years of my life, guys. It's unbelievable, but it's okay. Because it's made me a stronger woman. It's made me a more courageous woman, a woman that is not afraid now to speak up for myself. Whereas before, I learned, to stop holding things in, to stop expecting people to be there for me that was never there for me. Let's just call it what it is. Some people were just never there for you. Just don't say people love you in the name of family or friends. Love is shown in action. Love is an action word. So if people aren't showing up in your life and showing you the actions, the fruitages of love and support and encouragement and positivity, you have to wonder, is that really love? Do they really love you? Do they really care about you? Well, let's be honest, they don't. And that's when it's time to pull back and go into yourself and reevaluate who you really know of as your support system. Yes, yes, you on it, boo. Exactly. Those people just want negative things. And yes, the family can beat you down too. Girl, I could write a whole book on disappointments from family members, but I always say it's okay. It's okay because everybody has their own situations and circumstances. Everybody is in on a different journey in their life. Everybody is on a different personal growth or circumstances. So what they're battling, maybe you have passed or maybe you're about to pass it. So it's okay because whoever needs to be in your life, trust me, God is going to provide it. Believe that and trust in it. Whatever it is that you need, whatever money it is that you need, whatever strength you need, He will provide. Roll upon Him your way and ask Him. Say, I need you. I need you to be there because this is too much. This is too heavy for me. I cannot cope with this. This is too hard for me. This situation, I just don't feel my power. My power is low. Trust in Him and have faith that He will do it. And then a lot of times people forget. Then when He answers you, then when He gives you the strength, don't forget to thank Him and to rejoice in it, to glorify Him and magnify Him for what He has done for you. A lot of times people will just say all the time praying out and saying, God, help me, help me, help me, help me. But what about when He does help you? When He helps you, then what do? Then are you saying thank you? Are you praising Him? Say, I was going through this and the Lord provided for me. The Lord took care of me. He gave me everything that I need. And now here I am because of Him. Remember to give God back the glory. Give Him the glory that He deserves. Yes. Yes, exactly. It is exactly. My next point is to number 12, hang out with a friend. This is something that is a little different. Maybe you may not feel comfortable going out with a friend, going somewhere because of the pandemic. But what I've been doing recently is hanging out with my friends with Zoom, Skype, Duo, whatever video streaming apps, even StreamYard. But hang out, do something you enjoy, talk, have a discussion. But it's so important to see somebody that you love, to talk to them. That will make you feel good on the inside. And when your inside is okay, so is your outside. It projects. It definitely projects. Yes, God has 3 answers. I was taught yes, no, maybe, or wait. Yes, definitely. And I think a lot of times that hanging out with a friend, that prayer, talking with somebody that you trust, spend time meditating, having gratitude, taking up a hobby, all of those things, a whole bunch of little things aids in encouraging you to continue, helping you to go on, helping you to feel like you can cope. And that's why I titled this Sunday talk show, Everything is Going to Be Okay, for a reason. It will be. Even if you don't feel like it's going to be okay, everything is falling into place. Trust the process. He may want you to relearn something. Step out on faith. Try something new. Maybe now he wants you to be an entrepreneur. Maybe he doesn't want you to go back to work. There's so many things that in your difficulties, in your trials, who you can become. It is who you can become in your trials that shows who you are right now. That's what you can look back on later and can say, oh my goodness, I remember when I wasn't working. I remember when I was grieving. I remember this. And that's when you can have that gratitude and say, thank God and praise Him for what He's done for you. Hi, Boss Life Online. Welcome. This is when you can praise God, and this is when you can thank Him for everything He's done for you. How are you doing, Boss Life Online? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Yes, this is when you can praise God and you can thank Him for everything. During our difficulties and during our struggles, this is when we can roll upon God. This is when we can give it to Him, because there are some things that is just too much for us to handle. And we have to realize that there's some things that is just too difficult. There's some things that is just too hard. And that's why you got to have your faith. And that's why you have to have your trust. Give it to God. Don't take it back. Give it to Him and release it and let go and say, I can't. It's too much. Take it from me. It's too much baggage. It's too much pain. It's too much hurt. I give it to you because I believe you. I know that you're going to do best. You're going to work out a way for me that is best for me. And that's why that's so important to pray that too as well. Do what is best for me, not what's best for somebody over here down the street, a family member. No, what is best for you? Pray that for yourself. Please do what's best for me, God. You know me. You know what I'm going through. You know my situation. You know my difficulty. And I trust you to make a good decision in leading me into the right direction, in putting the right people into my life, in drawing the people that I need, that is going to encourage me, that's going to hold my hand, that's going to mentor me, that's going to strengthen me, that's going to lift me up, that's going to encourage me. This is what you need in those times. And that's what's going to help you to go on, guys. That's what's going to help you to maintain. That's what's going to help you to feel good about yourself. So just know that. Just know that everything is going to be okay. Just know that. And tell yourself that until you believe it, even if it's 50 times a day. Everything is going to be okay. And insert your name. I say that all the time. Everything is going to be okay, Marlene. I know you don't feel like it, but it will be. It will be. And don't take yourself so serious. Don't be so uptight. Trust God. When we always say that, I trust God, but what are our actions showing up? By our actions, are we proving that we trust Him? Trust Him and let it go. Say, I can't. But in accordance with our prayers, we have to have the actions. We say we want to be an entrepreneur. What are you doing to become an entrepreneur? If you want to do something, you want to go back to school, or have you signed up for school? Have you done things? So you have to walk in alignment with your prayers. You have to be who you say you are. That's why I always say in my best life career affirmation, just know it, just breathe it, and be it. Because you have to know it up here. You have to know it. You have to breathe it. So you have to take it from the inside of you. Exhale it out. And then you have to be it. That's so important. You have to be the person that you want to be. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in that dream. You have to practice self-love and strength. Know that you can get through anything. You have to be optimistic. That everything is always working out for the better good. So whatever, I don't understand what's happening right now, but I trust God and I know that He's going to work out a way. What are you trying to teach me? What do I need to learn? Rework your situation. Smile. and say, this is my opportunity to make myself new, to rebrand myself, to make myself a better woman, to realize and actualize my strength. That you will be surprised. I didn't know I was so strong. Be like, I am a strong woman. I am courageous. You know, when you're going through the storm, you got to remember to encourage yourself through the storm. I am victorious. I'm claiming victory over my sadness. We may be sad sometimes. We may feel down. We may feel discouraged. That's okay. We're only human. We have to remember we're not a robot. You're not a robot. You know, you can't just keep going void of feelings and disappointments. No, nobody is saying do that. You can be disappointed and discouraged, but you can't stay down. You have to say, I got to look up, that there is a potential for growth for me. What can I learn from this? Who can I become? How much stronger can I be? What do I need to learn? What qualities do I need to practice so that I can take this into the next transition period of my life? Okay? Speaking to somebody, what do you need to learn to go into the next period of your life? Learn it well. You can do it. Reinvent yourself. Become who you need to become. You don't have to live in a cookie cutter life like everybody else. Whatever situation, make it work for you. Make it work for your family. But you can do it. Be encouraged in that, guys. So those are all the points. Oh, I have one more point. This is the last point that I have in what can help you to be okay is daily affirmations. You guys know I believe in that 100% daily affirmations. And this is a good one for you guys. It's something that I tell myself every day when I wake up and I look in the mirror. Everything that is going to happen good for me will happen. If you look at things that whatever is good is supposed to happen will happen. Remember that. Don't think that, oh, this is bad. You lost a job. People disappointed you. You know, you're grieving somebody passed away in your family. No, everything is for a reason. Everything is for a lesson. Turn your struggle into a blessing. What can you learn from it? You have to pull from that, from deep inside. What are you trying to teach me, God? Who are you trying to make me? You have to remember, renew your spirit, make me new. That's what I had to say after I went through 4 deaths in my family. I had to ask God to renew my spirit, reinvent me, make me new, make me into the woman that I need to be to endure. Yes, reinvent, silly mommy. Yes. Reinvent yourself. Become a new and better version of yourself. Now you're going to be that stronger woman, stronger man, more courageous, able to speak up for yourself. What are you learning in your struggle? There is always something that we are learning. Okay? Always something that we're learning. You just have to sit back and think about it sometimes. What have I learned through my hard times? What have I learned through this process? I'm stronger. I'm more courageous. I'm more patient. I'm kinder. I'm more loving. I'm more resilient. That's another one. Encourage yourself when you're going through a situation. Say, I am resilient. I am courageous. I am strong. I am wonderful. I am beautiful. I am wonderfully made. There is nobody like me. I am a unique individual. God has given me this talent, and I am going to use it today. I'm going to use my blessing, who I am, use who you are as a blessing to bless somebody else. I remember my mom always telling me that use your blessing, use who you are, and tap that into blessing somebody else. So when we walk in our talents and our gifts, when we walk in that, when we become who we're supposed to be, when we shine our light, when we don't let every little thing affect us, we have to let some things just bounce off of us. When people hurt us, when people say things behind our back, when people stab us in the back, when people are rude to us, when people are not there for us, when they're not supporting us, let it bounce off of you. Bounce off. Make it bounce off. Don't let everything be a hit to you. You can't take everything as a hit. Everything is not personal. Sometimes people just don't know how to be there for you. Maybe what they're going through is much harder than what they can do to be there to support you. Sometimes they just can't be there for you the way that you need. So don't be discouraged when people let you down. It's always an opportunity when people let you down to show your inner strength, and you show how much stronger you are. Pull your strength from deep within. Pull down deep into the well of your spirit. Walk in the full might of yourself. And stand still in that. Stand still in your might, in your strength, in your power. Renew yourself, reinvent, invigorate yourself. Look at all your qualities. It's so important as women and men, we encourage ourselves. I'm going through a hard time, but I'm here. I'm proud of myself. I love myself. Tell yourself, I'm a strong mother. I've been mother and father to my children. I'm a good auntie. I'm a good friend. I'm a good mentor. I'm a good example. I'm proud of me. Encourage yourself and love yourself. That is what's going to help you to be okay. Because during these times, we have to check on ourselves. We have to make sure we're okay up here in our mind, in our heart. Check on yourself physically. Go and see a doctor. Make sure you're healthy on the inside, but you also have to feed and nourish your mind and your spirit. Take some time and be alone. Pray, meditate, spend some time out in nature, hang out with a friend, pray, take up a hobby. But one thing, never stop doing. One thing you never, ever, ever stop doing is give up. Don't ever give up. Remember, be encouraged. Know your worth. You have worth. You have value. You're courageous and powerful. And if nobody tells you today, you are loved. You are loved and you're a blessing. So walk in your blessing. Walk in it, because God gives each one of us a talent. And I hear people all the time say, I don't have a talent or a gift or a blessing. Nope. It's not true. You just haven't tapped into it. But when you find out your talent and your gift, use that and be on fire for it. Nobody can be you. Nobody can be me. Everybody is unique. Use your talents and gifts and show to the world what you've learned, what you've become, and be proud of that. Because trust me, when God looks down on you, he's very proud of you. He looks down with you with favor and says, that's my child. I love him, or I love her. I'm proud of them. Because what may have broken other people did not break you. Remember, you are unbreakable in the might and the spirit and strength of God. Remember that. You are a child of the King. Okay? Remember that and walk in it with your full might and strength, knowing everything is going to be okay. Say that with me. Everything is going to be okay. So that's been the Sunday Talk Show today, guys. I thank everybody who was here. And I thank everybody who has watched this full on the replay. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Any points that you were encouraged by, or if you're going through a situation and you just need some encouragement, reach out to me. My email, and my Instagram is all linked on my homepage. So reach out. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you guys keep your head up, keep positive, keep motivated, keep loving yourself. I'm so glad you're good, Boss Life Online. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, everybody. I hope everybody got some encouragement from this Sunday talks. I appreciate all you guys. Just remember that whatever you're going through, nothing is too hard for you, nothing is impossible. Carry on, and everything is going to be okay. Love and light, love, light, joy, peace, and know. You can just know it, just breathe it and be it, and live your best life, guys. The power is within, and trust in God. I see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Morning Dose of Positivity will be uploaded really early. I don't know, maybe 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I have an appointment. So check that out. It's going to premiere. And if you can't watch it, please check out the replay and leave me a comment. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody has a great day. Keep your head up, keep positive, and keep believing in you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.